welcome back to part 2 of our top 5 buyer versus seller ideas from myself and Becky. We kind of got carried away in our conversation last week.
Yeah,
so
if you missed last week's, make sure you go back and watch that first. Otherwise, you're going to be coming in like halfway through.
I think that we're just, a deep dive on kind of the looking at things through the lens of a seller versus through the lens of a buyer, walking through a listing, and kind of our thoughts on both. And since Becky and I both specialize individually in listing and buying, it kind of makes sense to pick our brain on it here.
Yeah.
So welcome back.
Welcome back, and let's get to it. This is a big one, and it does not necessarily cost money, maybe a little bit of money. Sensory overload when buyers are walking in the house. And that can either be smells or sounds. And I want you to guess. I've got 5 smells and 2 sounds that are very, very much turn offs.
I know one of the sounds absolutely off the bat. It's the smoke alarms going off.
The chirping.
The chirping.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it happens. And this is usually vacant homes. People are not living in the home. They may have moved out of the state, out of the country, whatever. Get your listing agent to go over there and put new batteries in the smoke detector before you list your house.
It's so annoying.
It will go off the second the first buyer walks in, and it's not even distracting. It's like really irritating.
Every chirp
makes you feel like you need to get out of it.
Every chirp reminds you that someone is not living there and the house is not being cared for.
That's true.
It's like it just makes you cringe every time it chirps.
Oh,
I agree. Yeah.
All the time. Way too many listings have that. It's so terrible to walk through that. I mean, people are just like trying to get out of there. Okay, so
sound. Another sound.
That's the other sound. It's similar, an alarm going off.
Oh, like the door alarm?
Like just an alarm. Yeah, if there's like a security alarm, and either it's being handled by the seller to turn it off when buyers come in, or if like a code, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it creates.
That doesn't happen as much, but that is
It creates immediate chaos, and you don't want your showing to be chaotic for a buyer.
So what are the 5 smells?
Food of some sort, like cooking, remnants. Dog and cat, are those 2?
Those are 2 separate ones, because it's usually dog odor and cat pee.
Yeah.
You open the front door, or sometimes you open, especially with cats, the door that the cats are primarily in, or the litter box. And it's not the smell of the litter. It's like really strong cat pee. Okay, so that's 3.
I would say probably smoke.
Yes.
Yeah, smoke is.
That's 4 and 5. So it's like stale cigarette smoke from previous smokers in the house or current smokers. Even if you smoke in the garage, which a lot of people do, I wouldn't recommend that.
It permeates into the house.
It does. Or you open the garage door and it's like a punch in the face. Or if you smoke on the back porch, sometimes that will also come through the house. So that can be taken care of. All of these can be taken care of. I would take care of them before you list your house. The other smoke smell is if it's a true wood burning fireplace and you've left, which if you're selling your house, I don't know why you're doing this, but if you're still living in it and then maybe it's winter, you're having fires, don't leave the ashes either in the fireplace, or you can, because I have a wood burning fireplace, you can like push them out to whatever the chute. If you don't clean them out of that, your house smells like a fire pit.
Yeah.
That's also not a smell that you want when you open the front door. So make sure that's taken care of. We have great people that take care of cigarette smoke, cat, pet odor. Sometimes that does come down to maybe changing a carpet or, doing something like that. But I well worth the money. It is such a turn off. So I've got 3, you've got 3. All right, give me your 4th.
I said for sellers, they need to address current maintenance issues at the house.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is very general, obviously, but you have an older AC unit, it's older, you don't have any current problems with it, but I may encourage a seller to have it inspected or have it serviced before listing. And it's like, well, why do I need to do that? It's working. I guarantee you a buyer's going to come in there with their home inspector and the inspector is going to tell us something is wrong, or the HVAC isn't pushing out the temperature differential it's supposed to be. And it's an unknown thing that pops up that's frustrating for the seller and for the buyer.
And I'll add to that, if something like that comes up and you're looking at the property disclosure and it's saying nothing's wrong with, all these line items, and something comes up in the inspection, the buyer is going to feel like the seller was intentionally hiding it from them, even if that's not the case.
Yeah, emotions are high for sure. And the property disclosure itself is tough because it does say to the best of your current knowledge. So if you truly don't think there's something wrong because your AC is cooling your home, that's fine. An inspector is going to kind of dig into that and maybe say something different. So little things like that. I mean, clogged gutters or, power washing the house. That's a really cheap, easy one.
And it looks really nice.
Yeah, it goes back to the cleanliness. So these are things that, I'm going to have a discussion with my sellers about doing before we're listing.
Yeah. Okay, so my next one actually isn't that specifically. I do agree with all of that because that is something like little things. If you start, and I feel this way too as an agent, and I can look past a lot of stuff. So mine that kind of goes in line with that is specifically lighting. Like if you have a light bulb that's out and you're going to list your home, please change it. Turn on the light, change the light bulb. And the other thing that is distracting and is kind of like a why is multiple different kinds of lighting, either in the
guilty of that in my house.
I mean, I probably am too, but if I were selling, I would look because you have these older light bulbs that are kind of like the yellow, natural warm tones. You've got these LED bright white lights. And then now we have these Edison bulbs. In some houses, it's okay if you have multiple in various, like there's a lamp here, there's a light here, but I've seen like all of these bulbs in one
the same fixture.
Yeah. Like in the dining room. No, it doesn't look good in pictures. It doesn't look good in person. Like just go buy a new pack of light bulbs and
very cheap and easy to fix. That's a good one.
Yeah. When I walk through, I'm just like, why?
Yeah. Buyers in general want to feel like the seller made an effort to prepare their house for the market.
Especially now in today's market.
It didn't matter, COVID era, your house could be filthy.
Well, yeah, because nobody was able to get in the house.
That's true. Yeah.
You were buying it sight unseen.
So, now that matters more than ever for sure.
Yes, definitely. Mm-hmm. Okay, last one.
I debated putting this one on here, but it's true. I think that my sellers almost need like a therapy session or a reality check before listing.
Okay. From you or from
yes.
Okay.
If they have a therapist, maybe that as well. And I joking aside, I think this is a very emotional time for buyers, but really for sellers too in most cases. Sometimes sellers don't want to move, they have to move. Maybe their family's splitting up or, they're closing one chapter where they raise their kids and they're going to the next. It's always a very high emotion scenario. Yeah. And I think it's really easy to get wrapped up in being offended by buyer or agent feedback or, feeling like your house should sell day one and it's sitting on the market and buyers aren't biting. So it becomes a very high emotion roller coaster kind of scenario. Yeah. So just talking through expectations and truly listening to me when I tell you the market's telling us we may be on the market for 30 days.
Right.
So don't be upset when the first weekend we haven't sold the house because we were counting on it taking 30 days, right?
It's rarely about the house, the reason they're selling, right? It's about their current situation.
It's their life circumstances. Yeah.
So are you providing that in your strategy session?
I mean, I end up feeling like a therapist. Yeah.
So maybe you need to tack that on. Or do a question.
How much an hour do therapists get paid?
That's like when you get married, they recommend that you do couples counseling before. And you're like, well, but we're happy. Why would we do couples? But I think it's because, did you do couples counseling before you got married?
No.
I didn't either. Now, doesn't it make sense that if you had done it before and addressed some of the things, that it would make a lot more sense?
Maybe. But
I mean, like that.
Look, I think both of us with our clients and in our Dream Team business, we are so about relational transactions. It's not about the house sale for us. It's about the relationship with our clients and our people. So these things I'm saying, it sounds kind of harsh, but it's truly just dig in and know motivation for our clients and know what makes them tick and what they need from me throughout the transaction. So it's truly let's sit down together and brainstorm.
Diving deeper into
before we're going out to the public and having to deal with outside stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Okay.
That got kind of deep.
So mine kind of goes with that, but from the buyer's perspective.
Okay.
So I put as a turnoff, very specific or unique seller decor. So it's not the emotional piece. Buyers also can get emotional. I don't know that I need a therapy session before. Sometimes it does happen in between.
What about during due diligence?
Sometimes.
After the home inspection?
That's when, that's actually why I always recommend that we go to the inspection so that we can fend that off. But that's another day. I don't even know how to say this, but like if you're listing your home and you have you're a big deer hunter. I mean, we're in North Carolina, right? So you've got deer hunters.
Yeah, there's a deer on the wall in my living room.
Right. Well, if you're selling, I'd recommend you take that down.
Yeah.
Unless you're selling a specific home in a specific area to a specific clientele, which is not the masses. I would take those down.
Specific artwork or political
very
stuff.
like intense political or religious views is a no-no. I don't even think you need to take your family photos down. I know that's kind of recommended that you generalize.
That's an it depends thing for me.
Yeah, but with that I've seen really interesting wedding photos. Have you ever played Awkward Family Photos game?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well I've seen photos that look like they should be in that game. Just really, you don't necessarily need to let everybody into, exactly what you think as a seller. That's not the goal. The goal is to sell your house to somebody who's then gonna take it over and be able to picture themselves in it. And you can't picture yourself if you're literally looking at pictures of the family that's currently living there. So I do think there's a time and a place. If you're in Chapel Hill in a mid-century modern and you just have really cool eclectic stuff, or in Durham, you have really cool eclectic stuff that makes sense and enhances the house, 100%. But most of the homes and sellers that we work with and buyers that we work with, it's just clear it out and make space for the new buyers, the new owners.
Absolutely.
Cool. That was interesting.
Yeah, a very interesting deep dive into things on both sides. And just to recap, I'm Sam Coe, and I work exclusively with all of our seller clients. I'm our listing specialist.
Selling with Sam, buying with Becky. I'm Becky Durant, and I work with all of our buyers, relocation buyers, buyers that are building homes, buyers that are buying resale within the state, out of the state. So if you have questions, if you're looking for an even deeper dive or a therapy session with Sam, feel free to comment below.
I'm not putting those services out there, okay?
Well, only in conjunction with them selling, right? It's not separate.
That's what you get when you hire us.
Reach out, let us know how we can help. We love to guide families home.